If you release music in 2026, it is statistically doomed. Between AI-generated music, market oversaturation, and the TikTokification of the music industry, it would be completely idiotic, delusional, and financially irresponsible to release a non-playlist friendly concept album without the support of a major label or bucket loads of cash. And yet, that's exactly what I did. I'd love to tell you that, against all odds, I beat the system, and that as we speak, my album is raking in millions of plays. I'd love to say that I did it, and so can you. But alas, that's not what this video is about. There's no underdog success story here. I spent 3 years making an album that statistically 0.6% of my 47,000 Spotify followers is even going to hear, because Spotify doesn't even show your music to your own fans without you paying them thousands of times more than you earn per stream. If you feel hopeless and broken about releasing music in 2026, you're not alone. So this all begs the question, is it pointless to even bother putting anything out? Well, to answer that, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a kid, everyone knew me as the music kid. I came from a musical family. My dad's a jazz musician. Throughout my adolescence, I fell in love with writing and composing music. I didn't care what genre, I just couldn't get enough. But as I grew up and started taking music production more seriously, something changed. I started to notice other musicians' success, and I wanted that for myself. Bit by bit, I stopped writing music that didn't have a goal or purpose. I started to see some minor success, and I got hooked on that feeling. So I would listen to what was popular, combine that with my tastes, and then try to make something that was playlist friendly and would get uploaded to one of these big channels. Things looked to be going well from the outside, but beneath the surface, things were rotting below. I was burning out. There wasn't a specific moment or a particular event. It would be like trying to pinpoint the exact raindrop that caused a river to overflow and flood everything. That feeling of existential dread that comes from realizing your pursuit is empty. I wasn't making music for that little kid inside me anymore. And even though the numbers were good, the cracks were starting to show and things were declining fast. I took a hiatus from releasing music. I went over my old travel journals and lyric books. I picked up my old guitar that's beat up from back when I was a kid, and I went back to my parents' house to write music on the old piano that I fell in love with writing songs on so many years ago. As I reconnected with this style of creating music, I created a tapestry of sounds that were truly mine and were authentically me. Words can't express just how freeing it was to make music this way. I created demos in just about every genre that I possibly could make, and yet all of them sounded like me. This album was the best work I'd ever done, and I believed that. Only I didn't truly believe in myself. I had tried to outsmart the system. I thought I could satisfy my need to create authentically for myself while weaponizing the album as a tool to reclaim my success and feed my ego. On January 10th, 2025, I confidently put out my first comeback single in 2 years, and it completely bombed. Panicking and insecure, I tried to keep forcing my music career back to life, but the harder I pushed, the faster it recoiled. I started reaching out to artists that I barely knew to get shows to prove my popularity. I started doing these viral TikTok remixes that I didn't want to do again. And worst of all, I went back to spending my free time obsessing over those little numbers that govern our entire existences if we let them. Metrics. This battle kept going on and on. One night taken for the soul, one pawn taken for the algorithm. Eventually though, I stopped. I let the digital silence in. I released one of my songs and just let it exist out there in the world. I logged out of Spotify for Artists and didn't check my metrics for over a month. And then the funniest thing happened. I went for a walk and I put on my album and just listened to it. The same way I used to listen to my own music as a kid. Not critically, not strategically, but instead with the wide-eyed wonder and pride that I made this. An album that's just for me. An album that's the story of my past. And in that moment, something clicked. I didn't care anymore if anyone streamed it. I didn't care anymore about the blog post that I'd been chasing down. I didn't care anymore about getting on that DJ tour that I'd been counting on to promote the album. In that moment, I didn't care about anything else other than the fact that I'd done it. I'd created an album that little me would have been so proud of, and it had been right in front of me this entire time. I'd just been too blind to realize what actually mattered. So to answer the question from the beginning of the video, is it pointless to put out music in 2026? Was it pointless for me to have put out this album? No, absolutely not. In the face of AI artists and the destruction of our attention spans, it's more important than ever that you put out your music, so long as it's authentic to you. You don't need to win, you just need to create. If you feel that desire from your soul to create, then you've already won the best prize. If you're waiting for the world to validate your growth, then you'll be waiting forever. I'm finally proud, not because of any sort of metrics or numbers, but because I've finally made something that is authentic to me and I've accepted that. Wherever your music takes you, remember this. I made this because I wanted to make this is the best reason for something to exist. If you're still with me and you want to listen, my debut album, Concrete Cuts, is out. You can stream it in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. Never stop creating, and I'll see you in the next video.